see if the shadow, 1872, no, 1877 and 1923. Ah, here we have I.R. Denton, April 25th, 1836 to November 24th, 1920. Preacher, teacher, and a friend to all. Okay. So.
Here was some guy's 2 wives.
Says Eliza Warlick, wife of B.H. Walker, 1852 to 1929. So the year of the stock market crashing is when she passed away. So here is Benjamin Walker, her husband, 1849 to 1920. Just as the roaring 20s were getting started. And then Margaret Walker, wife of J.A. Setzer. So I guess I'm confused. Okay, so she was only 29? Yeah, 29 years old when she passed away. Blessed are them pure in heart, for they shall see God, tombstone says. From the Sermon on the Mount. All right, now this here, you can see where it used to be, I guess, a private area. Got the foundation of something there, and this is more Walkers. 1837 to 1910, Confederate States Army, CSA. 1837 to 1910. And then we got, this one's gonna be hard to read. Yeah, I can't read that. Too much erosion and whatever over time. Now that one's easy, except for the lighting is trash. 1932, wife of James Lafayette Tessart. This one's interesting. Let our fathers will be done. So you got father and mother. Same headstone here. There we go. Renzo and Cecilia. He died in 1920 and she died in 1924. Let's see if there's one we can read. All right, here's another one of these. Let's see where they have the foundation there. Inside we have the Suttles, Nellie and William. He died in 1924 and she 1946. And then I'm assuming this, yep, another Suttles, 1902 to 1923. Maybe their Rena, maybe their daughter. And then what we got here, is it writing on that side or is it this side? Writing's on this side. Ah, Suttles again. Margaret, 1904 to 1923. Gone but not forgotten. Only 19 years old. Or not even 19 years old. That's tragic. All right, so here we got Walker. So James, 1873 to 1973. It says here Hesse was born in October of 1881. There is no death date. So either they didn't put it on there, she found another place to be buried, or she's still walking around somewhere. I mean, they're pretty old. I doubt that's the case. Okay, so here we got Eula Walker
Just gonna want to see random.
and Delzia Walker. Old. 1860 to 1925. Margaret Bowles. I don't know if I did or not. William Thomas Landis. Private Company B. North Carolina Infantry, Confederate States Army. Passed away in 1912. It doesn't have just June 1912. And then this is his wife. Passed away in 1903. Huldah Louisa McCurry. All right, Confederate soldier there. Okay. Here we have a really old grave, but the headstone is new. So it makes me believe somebody, oh, there's another one. Somebody must have done that relatively recently, maybe the preserve. So look into that, maybe family, or if maybe they're a significant historical person or something. Who died September 22nd, 1811. Oh, that's terrible. A year old. This one is like, can't even come close to reading that. It's got junk all over it. William E. 1872 to 1898. Got some more of that moss growing on some of these stones. 1886. It looks like there's stuff that was written below it. I'd love to be able to see what that said, but it's just not something that can be read right now. Okay. This one's been repaired. Somebody's bolted it. Looks like it fell apart. David Walker. It was cool. Somebody took the time to do that effort. Preserving their headstone like that. 1860 to, is that 1922? I don't know. It's hard to see. It's hard to see. A lot of these are newer. I don't want to look at too many of the newer ones. All right, so we have 1890 to 1930, so 40 years old. And it says, though just to sight to something dear. I'm not quite sure if anyone's able to read that. You've got better eyes than me. All right, here's another one that's been, well, we'll look at that one in a second. Let's look at this tiny one here. Mary D. I can't read the rest of it. This one's been preserved with the bolt thing. Oh, and then they have an interesting shaped headstone as an infant on 1916. Oh, probably should put it in the video. Can't see if you can see that or not. The lighting's terrible. This one has flowers on it. All right, so an older one, 1917. But somebody put flowers on these, so maybe family. Sarah 1960 or 1861 to 1950. I keep wanting to say 19. I guess that's part of coming from the 20th century. You're used to saying 19. All right, 1939, 1973. Well, here we have World War I. Daniel Vaughn died in 1961. Fought in World War I. It's crazy to think all the things that have happened and that were happening at the time. These are really cool. I like the design on these. Can't really read. Well, let's see if maybe there's writing on the other side. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Drury W.J. Emerson. Jimerson, sorry. If you are a Jimerson, I apologize. Okay. Died 1904. Okay, we got some writing here. It says, apprecious one have done something love fulfilled. A place is warm in our home which can never be fulfilled. Okay. Okay, so yeah, hope and the dove up there, coming from the Genesis story, or account of Noah's Ark, I should say. Mary C. Haller, wife of W. Jimerson. She was a kind and affectionate something mother and a friend to all. It's the kind of person you want to have around. Dora Mae Hensley, 1897 to 1925. Resting till resurrection morn. Been resting for almost 100 years here. Imagine if that resurrection happened right now. I want to get out of the way. Okay. Well, here we have a bunch of little ones. Old graves. So we got, as an infant, seems to happen a lot more often 100 years ago or so. It's never good. It's always sad. You always have to wonder, had they lived, what they might have done. Okay, so 1921, 1922, lots of young ones. Okay, not gonna, that's a newer one, so I don't wanna. Alright. Okay, this one caught my eye because of the really cool design in the tombstone. And then of course I come around and it's a 4-year-old, so death is never fun, but when it's a child, it's always worse. So 1914 to 1918, but that is a really cool design on the headstone. And then, okay, Simmons, 1916. So I'm noticing a lot of these fixtures in this cemetery. So somebody, first I just saw the one, somebody really went out of their way to try to help with these. And we have, this one's kind of rugged. Let's see if there's writing. Here we go. Ella Sisk. Can you read that? I can't tell from until I see the video later. 1869 to 1894. 25 years old. Here we have another Confederate. R. Harrison Sisk. February 12th, 1841. He shares my birthday. Okay, so Confederate States soldier, born February 12th, 1841. So he shares my birthday, and ironically, President Lincoln's birthday, who obviously was the president of the United States. Now, Lincoln was born in 1809, So Lincoln was a little bit older than Mr. Sisk here, and then he died May 12th, 1899. All right, and then I'm guessing Ella would have been maybe his wife, maybe. Yeah, I'm guessing so. She died young. All right, so second lieutenant.
Okay, question.